So this is a video in a series of how to operate the CareFusion REVEL ventilator. What we're going to be talking about today is how to operate a nebulizer treatment through the ventilator circuit. So the first thing that we need to do is hook up the neb to the circuit. So when you open up your neb circuit package, you're going to find a number of different things in there. You'll find your T-piece, your extension tubing, a connector, the neb itself, and then a high pressure oxygen hose to it. When we go ahead and hook up the neb through the circuit, we're going to notice that you have an exhalation port and an inhalation port on your vent circuit. You're going to disconnect your inhalation port like so. You'll notice on the new circuits the exhalation port cannot be disconnected. You're going to go ahead and take apart your T-piece, so you don't need this extra extension nor do you need the additional dead space of the corrugated tubing, so that can be discarded. What you'll do then is hook up your T-piece to your inhalation port and then go ahead and hook it up to the rest of the circuit like so. The neb delivery system can then be hooked to the bottom of the T-piece like so, and the high pressure hose then from the neb delivery device then to a wall outlet if you wish to deliver it via that way, or to the CareFusion REVEL ventilator if you wish to deliver the neb via assist control and volume mode of ventilation. Instructions on how to deliver a neb via the ventilator are included in the REVEL CareFusion Ventilator Operator's Manual under 2-14, 9-9, and then to adjust the bias flow, which we'll talk about here in a few minutes, under 10-21. Okay, so I've got my T-piece hooked up to my ventilator circuit, and I'm ready to deliver a nebulized treatment to my patient. There's one of a couple of different ways that I can do that. The first thing that I can do is hook up my oxygen supply tubing to an outside O2 source and deliver my treatment that way. The second way that I can do that is to deliver the nebulized treatment through the ventilator itself. To do that, I need to do a few different things. I always need to have my ventilator plugged into a high pressure oxygen source. It will not work with the LPS setting. The other thing that I need to do is hook up my oxygen supply tubing to the ventilator itself, and that port is just superior to the oxygen high pressure tubing source. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hook the patient up to the ventilator and deliver the neb treatment that way. The first thing that I need to do is find the advanced settings with this ventilator. So I'm going to push select and I'm going to hold it down until I'm able to access that menu. There's a number of different things in this menu. The first is standby, the second SBT, nebulizer, alarm configuration, vent control, vent configuration, option configuration, service. What I want to do is get down to the nebulizer at this point. Now when I push this select button to access the nebulizer menu, you'll notice it says nebulizer disabled, and there's a reason for that. It's telling me that it's not going to be able to deliver the nebulized treatment at this time. If I hit select again, it'll tell me the reason why. Bias flow is less than 10 at this point. There could be some other reasons why the nebulizer will not be delivered through the ventilator. So let's hit exit for a second and discover some other reasons. So for instance, if I'm in a different mode or breath type than AC volume, it won't be able to deliver the neb either. So for instance, let's try an SIMB mode and a breath type of volume, and we're going to do the same thing. Exit, we'll push select to get to the advanced menu. We're going to find our Nebulizer Setup. We'll hit select. It says disabled. I want to select it again, and it says not in a volume AC mode of ventilation. So let's go ahead and adjust it back to assist control. We're in assist control, we're in volume, and we're going to go ahead and set up the neb at this point. So again, we're going to hit select. We're going to go to neb, And again, it's going to say disabled, and the reason why is my bias flow is less than 10. For a quick definition of bias flow, you can reference the REVEL CareFusion ventilator manual on page 10-21. That'll give you an idea of what bias flow is, but for a quick definition, bias flow reduces the work of breathing, provides a flow source for flow triggering, and it's used to provide a continuous flow through the patient's circuit during the exhalation phase of ventilation. So we need to get back to this, and we need to adjust our bias flow. So let's hit exit. We're going to go to event control, select it. There'll be a number of different things I can do in this setting. I can adjust my rise time, my flow time, my time termination, my PC flow termination, or my bias flow. I'm going to select that. It's currently defaulted at 5 liters per minute. I need to increase that to 10 liters per minute and select it. Now you should be able to hear that extra bias flow going through your circuit at this time, and it tells me that my bias flow is intact and is actually working at this time. I'm going to hit exit. I'm going to go back to Neb, select it, and now it'll allow me to start it. So there's a few different things in this menu also. I can start my nebulized treatment right now if I wish. I can cancel it at any point that I wish. I can go to a duration and select that. So I'm going to say my nebulized treatment is going to last about 15 minutes. I'm going to leave it right there. And then I can also choose to sync the nebulized treatment. So I can deliver it continuously, or I can deliver it on inspiration only. I'm going to choose continuous at this time. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to go ahead and hit start at this time. And now you can see and hear that my nebulized treatment is actually running. I, of course, would hook that up to my T-piece and monitor my patient appropriately. You can see that my neb is running on the ventilator. I can exit out of this, and it'll give me a time duration. We set it for 15 minutes. It's going to finish in 14:36, and here is the rest of my menu that I can flip through at any point that I wish to do. You guys, I hope this helps you out as far as delivering a nebulized treatment via the REVEL ventilator and other modes. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.